Hey, how's it going? Today I'm going to show you how to play sound on trigger only once. So you probably, if you're new to scripting, you probably think that we do that by going through a trigger, playing the sound, then destroying the trigger after some time. Well, that can be faulty because the character can enter the trigger and then enter it again in that time span, so we can trigger that sound again and again until the time passes and it gets destroyed. Because if you're probably new to scripting and not familiar with the Unity API, I'm going to show you a much more simple way to play the sound only once when you walk through a trigger. So the way we do this, we have to create a trigger first. Let's create this cube, and it's going to be our trigger. We can put it over here, and we're gonna put it here where the fire is, and we're gonna select box collider is trigger, and we're gonna call it I don't know, sound trigger. And because it's a fire, we're gonna want the player to walk through the fire and then, for example, die. So we're gonna play like a death sound effect. So I'm just gonna go to assets, and here I have this game over sound effect, and I'm going to drag it to the sound trigger. So when you drag it there, you don't want it to play on awake, you don't want it to loop, and that's it pretty much. You can if you want, I'm just gonna make it a bit bigger. And if you want to, you can turn off the mesh render. Oh, sorry about that. So you can turn off the mesh render if you want. And when you did that, you're gonna wanna put the script, which I'm gonna show you and explain to you right now. So I'm gonna go in my scripts, or not there, my assets, scripts, and play sound, and I'm gonna drag it on the sound trigger. So what's in the script? We have this public audio clip, which is an audio clip. It's the clip that we're gonna play. The volume, which is the volume of the audio clip. The audio source, so that's the audio source that we're going to use. And we have a bool already played, and we are using this bool to detect if we already played the sound, so if we played it, we can't play it again. So on void start, we state that the audio is get component audio source, so get component from this game object, get the audio source from it so we can use it further. So the audio has the get component audio source in it. The on trigger enter, so when we enter the trigger, we check if so not already played. So if we haven't already played the audio, or if the already played is false, the audio we play one shot, so we play it once, sound to play, volume, and then we set already played to true, so we can't play anymore. Now we've added it here, and we select the audio that we're gonna play. So let's play the game over sound effect, volume 1, and already played it's not already played. So now you have to make sure that you only have one you have to make sure you have only one audio listener, and so see audio listeners. So if you have two of them, this won't work. So let's try and see what happens. Alright, so I'm playing the game, I'm going to the fire, and
Game
what
over.
happens? So the sound effect gets played, I get out of the trigger, go inside it, nothing gets played, and yep, so that's the most basic way you make a trigger, and by entering the trigger you play an audio effect only once. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.
I'm high as I've ever been, higher than heaven sits. Roll up my weed and think about my exes and jealousness, how to stay current.